I couldn't think of a noise. So that's
Disappointed, Paul.
No, I'm sorry, guys.
Think
I
of a
made you
noise.
look
We can't start
Ah!
to... What is that noise?
I don't know. That's just
That's-
what I have, Linnea,
That's
that you
what's
asked me for
inside your
something.
soul. That's how you're feeling right
That's
now.
it. That's perfect. Matt, do that one.
That didn't work as well as I wanted it
Okay,
to.
all right. Well, welcome to Tears and Testosterone. If you're listening to this, I suggest you shut off your radio or keep playing. I don't care. Okay, so today with us, we've got the old Matt Crane. Say what's up, Matt.
Hello, everyone.
Okay. Linnea.
Hi.
We've got Linnea. This is a 2-man and 1-woman
thank you.
podcast.
Thank you.
3 people.
3 people in the room.
Are you guys feminists?
No.
I don't know how to
Thanks for
spell that.
asking. I don't like it. Actually, me and Noah were talking about this. He's exactly the person you want to talk about feminism.
Wait, why
Oh,
don't we have
I'm not a
Noah in here right
feminist.
now?
But-
Really?
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
No.
I said,
I am grateful for Mary Wollstonecraft and vindication of the women's rights, but I myself, and I'm
Vindication.
grateful for where it took us, and I'm grateful for the feminist movement,
wow.
but I'm not going to get into it. Linnea, calm down.
Linnea, you are a champ. Oh my gosh. That's incredible. It does me great joy to see that there's a woman out there who's not a feminist. Wow.
I'm the
Thank
only one.
God. The only one I've met who's not weird, I guess. There's some weird ones out there.
Strong start. All right.
Yeah, strong start.
But we still love you, weird feminists. You have a special
To
spot
all the
in
people in our
hearts.
audience, we still love you.
Yeah.
All 16 of our YouTube subscribers.
Yeah, hit that sub, slam the like button afterwards, or right now. Me and Noah, we were talking about it, and he said that we came to the conclusion that feminism is the reason why Western civilization is collapsing. So that's what we think.
And also why the entertainment system is becoming very obnoxious.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, you agree with
Like
that?
media in
Excellent.
general kind of
Yes.
entertainment.
Like
system?
I mean, like Captain Marvel, Wonder Woman. Like,
Oh
I
my
thank you.
gosh.
Thank you for, like,
Representing you.
yeah, but it's now just a bit excessive, and
Yeah.
we are undervaluing men. And we're kind of pushing them down a bit.
Oh my gosh, I did not know I was gonna feel so uplifted in this episode. This is like you're
First
feeding the
reason.
testosterone and the tears.
I
Thanks.
feel like the whole equality part of that is getting subbed out for like a bunch of people trying to like say, hey, you men have had this on lockdown for the past X number of years. Now, like, give us all of the movies, all of the TV shows, all
Yeah.
of that stuff instead
So
of like
overwhelming.
equality. You
Dude,
know?
relax.
Like
yeah.
whoever's the best person to.
That's right.
Yeah,
So I completely support women in the marketplace. I
Same
think
here.
that's like a
Yeah.
no-brainer. Obviously,
Right.
that's best for society. But don't try to shove it down our throats, you know?
I'm so sorry if we offended anyone.
Hey, it's gonna happen, you know?
Yeah, I actually take it back. I'm not
Okay.
sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right.
But now I feel mean, so I'm going to say sorry again.
Excellent. Thank you for your timidity. What a great thing, Linnea. I'm so glad you guys are here. I love you guys.
Aw,
You
that's
too?
That's
Aw.
cool.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, you too, Paul.
Love
Ouch.
you too, guys.
Okay, yeah, that's great. You guys want to know what I was doing before this?
Yes,
You took a nap.
more than
Yeah, I
anything.
did. I took a nap. Before it was like directly before my nap, I was like blasting some Greek Orthodox chants. If you've never heard them, they're really eerie. I suggest you go look them up. They really mess with your psyche. And so I was just like laying on my floor listening to those and like muttering under my breath. Like a bunch of-
Muttering? What were
yeah.
you muttering?
like just Bible verses and stuff, just
Oh.
like in a trance.
Wow, that's really
Wild. And
intense.
so I was out for about
316.
2 hours and had some crazy dreams. So that's what I did before this. So
What is a not a Gregorian chant? You
right,
said,
Greek Orthodox.
okay,
So
what's the
imagine
case?
like a Gregorian chant, but turn up the volume to like 10, and you've got like much more intense. You know, it's a lot
Wow.
more voices and more chanting. Almost, it's crazy.
Oh, God, love me a good chant.
Yeah, I love chants.
We should come up with a chant.
Hoy, oh.
Kick him to the curb.
I don't know what that
I
is.
don't know where that came
Who's
from.
Kim? What the heck?
I wish I
Kim
could tell you where that came from. Yeah, that's a
Look,
good
man, I
idea.
love kicking people to the curb, but I have nothing against Kim.
Who is this Kim and what did he do?
He enslaved North Korea.
No. We got to kick him in the shin.
I
Yeah.
love that. That's cool.
That's true. I don't know where it came from, but I support what I just chanted now.
That's right.
That's so cool.
That means it's authentic.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What chant do you have inside of your soul, Matt? Let it out.
I have Alex and Justin doing random animal noises when they walk
Ooh.
into the bathroom. They go, ooh, 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 ooh.
Okay.
really
I just want to
creepy.
comment that those animal noises are not random. Those are specifically gorilla noises
Random gorilla
meant
noises.
to establish dominance.
Yeah.
I was
So-
just sitting in the
That's
bathroom
so
one
good,
day,
thank
and
you.
then I hear the door open, and then I hear that noise coming from 4 different locations.
I believe
around
I
the
was one of
bathroom.
them, actually.
You definitely
I
were.
definitely was there.
And I was having a day at that point, and I remember just
I
being
remember
real
that.
pissed. Like, coming
Yeah,
out of the bathroom.
You
I
were
was like,
mad.
I was like, what are all these gorillas doing in here?
You were having a day that
You was
day?
having
having
a
a
bad
day.
day.
What's opposed to having a day? What happens when you don't have a day?
Like a day with like a
Day,
capital like
oh.
BAD day.
Oh.
Oh,
I don't know where
see.
the bad part came in, but
No, that's cool. Thanks for including it.
Linnea, I don't think I have as much energy as I told you I did. I'm gonna
It's okay.
Indeed,
I
I
think I,
like
had
this.
more than I thought I did.
It's a chill pod today, guys. We're just relaxing,
just
okay?
casting, you know.
Talking about gorillas, Paul, I think I've already told you this,
Yeah.
but it's really. Oh yes, I did tell you this because then you proceed to tell me that you believed in evolution.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Of the theistic variety, right?
Of the theistic variety. Yeah.
but you can do a thing where you look like a straight up monkey, and it makes me question, like, do I too believe in evolution? Like, if you just drop down, hit a good squat with your arms down, and then you let your face just go blank with a slight O purse in the lips, and then you start doing the hoo 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 thing, and you just like, then you start crawling, kind of like running with it, and you look like a straight up monkey.
I think
Feels
I
right.
would
Yeah.
know more of what you're talking about if Linnea, you gave us a quick representation of that right now.
Oh, it's scary. Like, it's the type of scary that Alyssa Bauer tells me whenever we've seen, like, the all creatures here below. She, like, pictures me as in the creatures part, like, doing
oh
it.
my God.
She
So-
stopped singing immediately. She's like, "Ooh."
Yeah.
Whoa.
She gets triggered, so I'm not going to put that on you guys. Maybe another day.
You know, I believe Charles Darwin in his Origin of Species exercised that same phenomenon, and that's how he came up with the hypothesis about.
Doesn't that... Oh, sorry.
No, that's
Sorry,
it. No, I'm done.
Okay, I didn't know if you were done.
No, that's it.
Doesn't that book start with him being like, so I was staring at some birds on an island? Like, isn't that like
That's
how,
exactly it. Yeah.
yeah.
The Galapagos
And
Islands.
then
right?
he
Yeah.
continues, like, doesn't that sound like a very shaky foundation to start on?
Yeah, I suppose.
He found special
Birds.
grass in the
But
Galapagos
Paul's like, I
Islands.
believe it.
Of
That's,
course,
that's my
yeah.
life.
What can I say, man? I'm edgy, and I like edgy stuff, and this is it. This is the edge of
So
Christendom.
edgy.
Yeah,
Christendom.
Christendom.
How far to the edge do you get?
Pretty far,
Yeah?
honestly. I argue with everybody
Maybe
on
6.
everything. I feel
You
bad
do.
sometimes because it's like it's not like I'm deliberately trying to pick the most edgiest point of view. I just think that those points of view are sometimes true.
It's okay. That's cool. You're just opinionated.
Yeah. Yeah, and unfortunately, like when I came into Moody, I had a lot of the same like typical Moody convictions, but I'm starting to move away from those.
Ooh, do elaborate.
This is an argument I get in all the time, and you'd never expect it, like whether or not God is in time or out of
Mm.
time. And I argue with people on that, like on the daily, all the time I argue
What?
about that.
What's your stance?
Yeah.
In time,
Really?
necessarily, yeah, must
Huh.
be, right. And there's also, let's see some other things I argue about.
Wait, we're moving past that argument.
Do you want
So-
to go into it?
Well, I need to think
I'd-
first.
I'd like to hear you
Yeah,
elaborate on
sure.
it, just out of
let
curiosity.
me give you
because
a
I guess that's one that I
brief
haven't
little
really
tidbit.
gone
Yeah.
into much.
Well, there's two perspectives, and I'm going to appeal to authority real quick because Dr. Merchant actually holds to my view.
Mm.
It's called omnitemporalism. Omni meaning all in time, in all of time, versus atemporalism, which is outside of time, which is very Calvinist, very Calvinistic. It's very reformed to think that way. Yeah. Mm. So my basic view is, in John 17, Jesus is praying to God the Father in his high priestly prayer, and he says, Father, restore me to the glory that we had before the world began. And so right then and there, you get, well, if we define time as moments preceding and following one another, that's what time essentially is, then there necessarily must be time because of that statement that Jesus just made in heaven, because there was a time when Jesus was with God, and that time preceded the time when Jesus was incarnate on earth, and then that time is followed by Jesus ascending back into heaven, which are three clear-cut points in time in God's realm, which means that necessarily means that God must be in time.
What are the three realms again? I
Yeah.
zoned out for a second.
Jesus Christ with God in eternity past, Jesus Christ incarnate on earth, not glorified with the Father, and then Jesus Christ exalted at the right hand of God in eternity future. Those are three moments preceding and following one another, which necessitates time. Segmented, right. Yeah. Because if our definition of time, I'm not saying that time functions the same way with God as it does with man, because the Bible says that it doesn't, that a day is as 1,000 years with God, 1,000 years is as a day. but it still means that there is such a thing as time.
So what would you define as atemporalism?
Yeah.
Like, how would God exist in atemporalism? Like, as an argument.
Well, I think it's got a lot of problems, as you know, based on what I just said. But it's basically like everything is just one moment, and that there is no preceding or following moments. It's just like one. Everything is the present, sort of. I guess it's difficult to explain.
And the future at once.
Yeah, sort of like that. Yes, I think that's exactly what it would be. And so there's no like clear-cut timeline or anything like that. It's like a circle, okay?
Yeah.
We're on a linear line, and then they say God is this circle. So.
And that's not what you believe.
No, I believe that God is also on a line, I guess.
Because you don't think that he could be at the right hand of the Father and incarnate at the same time.
Yeah. Well, not only do I not think that, I think that Jesus says that he's not. Yeah. Well, there you go, folks. Your philosophy for the day.
I have nothing to argue with.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I don't either.
Pretty clear cut, huh?
I mean, I hardly know anything about the topic, but
Take that,
that's
Calvinist. Dude, I've had hours of conversation on this.
Since everybody can't see, Paul just flexed both of his backs
Did I?
individually. Yeah.
I do that without noticing, so don't be
You were
like
like,
embarrassed or
gosh.
anything,
Said,
you know.
"Take that,"
Do you
and you went,
really?
"Take."
Yeah, there's
Boom.
Oh
one
my
time I was at
gosh.
this girl's house. This was, and I was like talking to her parents, and
Oh, wow.
I just do it without
no.
noticing. And I noticed once, like I was just having a conversation with her mom. My arms were crossed. I started like popping my pecs,
Oh my gosh, Paul.
and
And
I
they
had no. It was like after I had done it a few times, I was like, wait a minute,
They said, please, David.
what am I doing?
Are you saying it's out of your control now?
It's something I do unconsciously.
That's like my
Yeah.
brother.
Isn't
I
that
yell at him
weird?
all the time. Wow.
Does he do that?
Yeah, and I tell him to stop every time he does.
Okay. Is that black you're putting on your nails?
No, it's very, very dark brown. However, this is labeled black, but
Black
that's
brown.
not possible.
So,
Okay.
back to the...
That's one of my big opinions. The color black does not exist.
Okay. Well, this looks pretty black, though. I don't know.
It's very, very dark brown.
Anyway.
Jeez,
Back to
science tonight. What
that
the heck?
Time thing. So,
Yeah.
you're not saying that, like, even if God is in time, he is not under the domain of time. Like,
Right.
he can still...
I would
He's
say
still God. and
yeah.
Okay.
exactly. I say that time necessarily exists because God exists. Sort of like logic and morality necessarily exist because God exists. If God is logical, if he's rational, then therefore logic must exist eternally with God. If God is good, fundamentally, then morality must exist eternally with God. And therefore, if God is an actor and acts,
Like George Clooney.
yeah, right, like George Clooney, then I think time is a necessity of action, because there's a moment that precedes the action and a moment that follows the action, and then time is just the necessary product of such a thing existing.
I will definitely do some research on that. That's
So
pretty
are
interesting.
you saying that the argument for the what's the
Atemporalism?
atemporalism,
Mm-hmm.
that the premise of the argument is unsound?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Cool.
Yeah.
Therefore, invalid.
Boom. Take
Boom.
that, Calvinists.
Boom.
Come at me, James White.
What a goof.
Sorry.
There you go.
You guys, I have the flu today.
That's not good, Paul.
No, it's okay, though. I made sure to breathe a lot on this mic so the next person who goes on here gets
Dies.
it.
That's really smart.
It's just spreading the wealth
right.
of disease.
I want them to feel it, too. I want to drag them
Equality.
into my hell.
Matt, are you afraid of planes?
Where did that come from? No, I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not actually.
Oh,
I
there's
actually
a rumor going around. Just
Who
kidding.
told No, I actually quite like flying.
Wow.
Really?
Yeah. Like going on I went on an internship to Europe in 2017 and I really enjoyed flying like to and from. So yeah.
So are you telling me if you're in a plane and you just started considering what was going on, like you're going up and then you're just like, wow, I'm in this little piece of metal with like 100 people, and like you wouldn't start getting anxious or anything?
Oh no, a little bit. Like not like afraid though. I'd be like, this could definitely blow up right now. That'd be kind of tragic. And then I'd like get distracted by something. But like when it's landing, that's probably when I get the most nervous because like some of the people who land planes aren't very good at it, and they're just like,
That's
Which-
true.
none of you listening would have gotten a representation of what
That's a
they
good
did,
visual.
but they
That was
bounced
really
and then
good. Flop all around
Yep.
town.
I'm terrified of planes.
really,
Yeah. I've flown a lot.
you flown a plane?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
What?
Yeah. I have. Yep. And
Moving on.
What kind of plane?
like a jet plane.
Where'd you find one of those?
Around,
You know,
In the sky.
around, little of this, little of that.
Yeah.
Paul hijacked a plane, and
I have daydreams about that sometimes.
That'd
That'd
be
be pretty
cool.
sweet. I think I could do it. I think I could fly a plane. It's
And
not that hard.
all honesty, okay, we have this one life. Why abide by the norms of propriety? Why don't we all just start hijacking planes? Just for fun, once in
Let's
our
do it.
life.
Why not?
I mean, what's holding us back?
Well, I guess we
Morality.
kind of waste the rest of our life. Cause like, what if we don't land it that well?
So when you're really, really old, that's why being old is gonna be awesome, because you can do all the things that
Yeah.
like
I've been waiting to do this my whole life.
when you're like
Ladies
70.
and gentlemen, I am your new captain.
That'd be awesome.
Lock in, boys. It's gonna be a fun one.
Yeah.
Who's ready to rumble? Everybody goes, not me.
What are the other things you can do until you're 70?
Have prostate cancer.
Matches.
Edit that out.
That's unfortunate.
Sometimes I just kind of talk before it question registers in my
You
mind.
can
It's
say-
okay. We'll take it out.
Yeah. I guess you can say really offensive things when you're that old.
Yeah,
and
that's
people don't get
true.
as mad.
Yeah.
It's still not good though.
My body's going to be covered in
Mhm.
tattoos, and I'm going to have pink hair.
Yeah.
Because right now I can't get a bunch of tattoos because, you know, that would hold me back from
Oh.
Right.
opportunities.
You have like how many?
9.
9?
Mom, I hope you're not listening to this.
Oh, I'm
Mom,
so
if
sorry.
if you're hearing this, I only have the 3
They're
that
all-
you know about.
They're all temporary.
Yeah.
They
They're
are
all
all
small
temporary.
Spider-Man stickers on her arm.
That's true. I would get Spider-Man
Spider-Man's really
stickers.
cool.
Spider-Man's the
Spi-
man.
You don't
Are we
understand. I
are
love
we on the same
Spider-Man.
page on Spider-Man on here, guys? I
That-
love Spider-Man.
That you would marry him?
I
Which
guess
one?
not
Which
that.
one?
Tom Holland.
I like the comic book Spider-Man. I hate to be that guy.
No, it's
But you're being that guy.
I'm that guy.
no,
Tom Holland's cool
I
too.
respect it.
I saw that
respect
movie
it.
twice in the theaters.
I
I'd
forget
never
who
seen
I was
movies twice
arguing
in the
with
theater.
that said Tobey Maguire was the superior Spider-Man.
Who are we arguing?
Those are like
Tobey
old
Maguire.
people. Old people say that.
Like Pizza Time. You saw the original ones, right?
Did you see those?
I think I saw one of them and I haven't seen any of the
Okay,
others.
because there was the first one, which was it was good.
Dude, that changed my life when I was a kid.
yeah,
I went
with,
through a Spider-Man phase for a solid 3 years.
Who played the villain in that?
Norman Osborn. I don't remember his name.
It's not Kevin Bacon. It's somebody who
No.
slightly looks like Kevin Bacon.
It's
and I
I
don't
know what
why.
movie he was in. He was in Platoon. He was in
He was in John Wick too.
John Wick.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I can't place who it is though.
Jamie, could you look that up for us?
I'm on it.
That's a reference to the Joe Rogan podcast. Did you guys get that?
I
You guys
think it's
watched?
talking about Jamie Mox.
I don't. Okay, you guys didn't get it.
I
William
did.
Dafoe.
Willem. Okay, gotcha.
William Dafoe.
Defoe.
Yep.
Defoe.
Dafoe.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Because he was the bad guy, Defoe.
That's a good point.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did I not pick that up? Wow.
That's why no one laughed right away. That's a
we
hilarious
just didn't
joke.
get. It was
That
above
would-
our literacy rate, I guess.
Wow, I'm smarter than
Like
everyone in this room.
DFO.
Yeah.
Defoe.
So what I was trying to say earlier, guys, is when I was like sitting there listening to my Orthodox chants and like muttering to myself, I think I was
Right.
losing my mind, but
Really?
in like a good way, where I think I'm gonna be a better person because of it.
Really?
I think this summer I'm gonna totally lose my mind. I started losing it last summer, but it's kind of freaking cool.
Losing
Yeah?
it.
To be
like,
honest.
What
in
do you mean? Yeah.
in what sense?
Like- Almost like borderline schizophrenia, but not quite there.
That sounds
Oh.
fun.
You know, like I'm not hallucinating, but I'm talking to myself
Oh,
more so than I
yeah.
ought to be.
Oh, talking to yourself
Yeah.
is great.
Yeah, I do that quite a bit, and
Matt is scared.
My
I
eyes
talk
are
to
darting
myself a
around the
lot.
room.
I have like a lot of full conversations with myself.
I
Do
argue.
you win the arguments?
Like there's two of me, so it's
Yeah.
so one of them wins.
Yeah, like do you do debates with yourself too, like to
Yeah.
prove, like to get strong on your points and your views?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah. So then like you're like, "Oh, this is how they're going to try and defend themselves and this is how I will destroy you."
Play out very lengthy timelines. in
Yeah.
my
Yeah,
head.
yeah,
So we've all
been
practiced all the
40 years.
conversations we're having.
that's crazy.
Weird. Huh.
Maybe there's like an alternate Matt, Paul, and Linnea having a podcast
Oh,
arguing
You're
the
tripping
exact
me out,
opposite,
man.
the exact opposite things that we're talking about.
What's that mean?
They're like atemporalism is sick.
Oh.
Feminism's
Oh
great.
my gosh, show me that guy.
I'm gonna kick him in the shin.
I'm gonna kick
Paul.
him in his other shin.
Paul, so you're muttering the Bible, correct?
Yeah.
While these chants are being played. So are you reciting? You just did the peck thing too, by the way.
Sorry.
Gosh,
I'm
control
so
yourself,
sorry.
man.
Have you guys noticed that a lot?
I just noticed it a couple
Yeah,
minutes ago.
Now that he said it, I saw the
Okay.
one.
Oh my gosh.
It was just the left one. So the right
Yeah.
one you have more control over.
Okay, yes, I think you're right. Yep. Yeah, that's definitely it. Because I think my right pec is a little stronger than my left pec, and so he's like,
Really?
yeah.
Okay.
So I guess it's like me trying to, and trying to
Compensate.
strengthen them, you know, all of the time.
Subconsciously.
And so this one just
No
pops.
days
sometimes, you know.
off.
No
Paul.
days
No
off.
days off.
No days off.
Paul, would you consider yourself a gym rat?
I think I used to be. Not so much this semester. Last semester I was in there 3 times a week at least. So
That's what
pretty
you
good.
call a gym rat? 3 times in a gym a week?
Yeah, I'd say so. Is that not right?
I think gym rat's a lot more than
Yeah,
that.
I'm in
Okay.
the gym like 5 times a week, and
Well,
I'm
good
not
Lord.
a gym rat.
I don't
Okay.
even know this gym.
Well, I was
that you're
like
talking about.
bros with all the guys in there, so it kind of felt like one, you know.
Yeah.
Oh,
Hey, bro, did you max today? It's like,
Seriously.
a lot, dude.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
But when you lose your mind, so
Yeah.
when you're muttering, I just have so many questions.
Yeah.
So are you reciting these verses from memory? Like, does it just come to you, or do you have to like glance at your Bible every now and then?
No,
and,
there's
like,
just things that I know, or like paraphrases, I guess, of stories, and Satan took him to the top, and he said, "I can give you all the kingdoms of the world." You know, that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you have to prepare for these times? Like, okay, David isn't gonna be home from this time to
I
this
did
time.
today.
So,
I did today.
Set a
I saw him
timer.
working. I'm like, David, so
When do you get back?
when are you coming home?
so if you came back with like the lights be dim or like
It'd be weird, man. It'd be
There's a-
weird for
there's a
sure.
Oh my gosh, that'd be
Circle of
amazing.
blood on the ground.
It's a good thing they don't let us have candles here, because I'd have so many
Wait, we're
candles
not
and
allowed?
That'd be
incense.
hilarious.
It'd be nuts.
I definitely
Oh my
have candles.
gosh.
Yeah. I locked my door and everything. Like, I can't let anybody find me doing this.
Paul, you okay?
Very
Oh my god.
seen the Lord. Yeah,
Wow.
it's nuts,
That's
man.
pretty cool. And you lose your mind.
I'm losing my mind. Well, last summer I didn't have any friends, and so I just isolated myself with a bunch of books, and so I just
That sounds beautiful.
sort of constructed a friend in my own mind, and so.
Oh, that sounds beautiful.
I
Yeah.
tried to do that, but
Yeah.
my friend was a dick.
That's what I'm doing this summer. I'm gonna have no one. It's gonna be awesome.
That's so
Are
cool.
you gonna be
Yeah.
at
Yeah.
home?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But I moved to Tennessee,
Right.
so I
Oh,
have
what?
no one. Yeah. So basically, I'm just gonna go in the mountains and just do the whole
Yeah.
Paul chant,
Right on.
shaking.
Like for the summer, or are you coming back
My-
for the?
Oh no, just for the summer.
Okay.
Don't worry,
I
child.
thought you were like, all right, peace out, Moody. I'm gonna go to Tennessee.
I'm just gonna
Man.
chant in the forest the rest of my
Are
life.
you gonna go live in Tennessee? Because you're the only 10 I see.
Why are you looking at me?
Because you're the only 10 I see, Paul.
Actually, though, a guy has used that on me before.
Did
You
it
see-
work?
Hey,
Isn't
I
that
just
tragic?
moved there.
Did it-
That's crazy.
Funny
What
you're
a
saying
coincidence.
that.
Did it work?
Weird. No, it
Oof.
didn't work. A lot
Ah.
of things don't work.
Let this.
Poor
Let the
people.
What's a good
statistics
pickup line?
show
What does
that
work?
The,
What's a good pickup
the
line?
Tennessee line is 0 for 1.
Oof.
They're batting 0.
I don't think there's a good pickup line.
Okay,
No.
nothing you can do.
Nope.
I've seen
Well, it's
like,
gotta be delivery. I'm sure, like the way you do it.
I-
Like if you like do it in a way that's self-aware, don't you think that would work? Like
What do you mean?
Linnea, you are.
What is that accent? Hold on.
That's
That was
my
like
facetious
that was like
accent.
1920s
Like,
there for
kind
like
of
a half a
Brooklyn.
second.
Hey,
Hey, Linnea.
No, 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 no,
Linnea.
no, no.
you're the only 10 I see.
You didn't say the
are
Tennessee
you
part.
are you from Tennessee?
You
You see, you messed it up though.
how much does
No, it's cool. Girls like it when you mess it up
how much
sometimes.
does
It
Tennessee
shows
score?
authenticity.
Girls.
I don't know.
Are you from Tennessee? Because you've been running to break the ice all day.
Please love me.
I'm so lonely.
Yes, that would work, Matt. Thank
She's
you.
like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
The passion. Oh my goodness.
Man,
Mm.
what other pickup lines are out there?
I've seen like Instagram posts with like a bunch of like Bible ones, and they're super cringy.
Oh no! A guy used one on me the other week.
Oh,
no,
he
he
said,
didn't.
he said, "Oh my, what did he say?" He was like, "I was reading the book of Numbers and I realized I
Oh,
didn't have
jeez.
yours. I read it and didn't reply. I just read it and I was like, oh." And then I unfollowed him,
Nice.
and I was like, "Boy, you gotta get out of here."
Oof. Oof.
Yeah, very oof.
Again, 0 for
Not
1.
good.
There's some not great stats going.
Heck
There
no.
aren't. There
Man,
really
we-
aren't.
We gotta try these out sometime. See if
Yeah,
we
and the
can-
girls you don't want to attract.
Okay.
I'm emotionally unavailable, Paul. I gotta pass.
Come on.
All right.
All right.
Crap.
Heck,
I mean, poop.
what'd you do? You mess up your girl stuff, girl paint?
I accidentally only painted half the nail.
You just
I forgot to
paint
do
the
the
other
other half.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I'm going to now.
Okay.
Do you guys want me to paint your nails?
No.
Thanks.
What are the circumstances in which I could paint your nails?
A paycheck of $5,000.
That's
5,000?
incredible.
Wow. You're really that opposed?
Yep. I'm a man, damn it. Sorry.
You said a bad word.
Ruh-roh.
It's okay. We'll edit it out.
I like saying that word though. It's fun.
It's a good
Just
word,
adding
man.
it
I
to
like
like the
that
end
one.
of arbitrary statements.
I like that one too.
I'm hungry, damn it.
What's your favorite word? Mine's
Um,
ethereal.
Ethereal.
Mhm.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good
I think
word.
of essential oils when I think of that word. I don't know why. Those two things have nothing in common.
Essential
um,
oils are wonderful.
My favorite word is vaccination. No, I'm kidding. I don't know.
Just a reminder, folks. Get your kids
Get your
vaccinated.
kids vaccinated.
I don't remember
actually, though,
mine.
because
I used to
measles
know.
are measles and mumps are coming back, aren't they?
Mhm.
Isn't that
Mhm.
happening? So, actually, you probably do want to
They're-
get your
They're
vaccination.
Yeah.
so in right now.
It's a trend, I
a
swear.
trend.
You guys got the measles?
Mom, it's
They're
just
all
a
the
phase.
Am I cool now?
All the cool kids are doing.
I can't think of a
I
favorite
don't remember
word.
my. I used to know it, man.
If
I
I'm
forgot it.
if I'm like talking to somebody and they're like trying to describe something to me, my my go-to phrase is, "Okay, if you operate off that line of logic, it makes me sound smart for like just a
You are
minuscule
you're
amount of
very
time."
smart, Matthew.
I'm very absent-minded though. Like I know I'm not like a total idiot, but I can like float around quite
Oh, I do that intentionally. I feel
Yeah.
that. Like sometimes you're just like, man, I don't feel like being in this world. I'm gonna go sing a little hymn, a little hum, not a hymn, and prance around.
Go somewhere else. That's cool. No, that's great. I like that.
Really
That's
cool.
excellent.
Your turn.
About what?
What's your favorite word?
I don't know it anymore. I used to know it, but now I can't remember it.
Sad.
Really
Serendipity.
know.
You're losing your mind, man.
I am. It's gone. I can't. This is like, of all the things that I should remember, this should be it, you know?
That line,
It's
losing
my favorite word.
my mind, reminds me of the very sad song "Where Is My Mind" by the Pixies.
I love
Oh,
that song.
That's a good
That's
song,
Fight
but it's
Club.
also extremely depressing.
I used to deadlift to that song. Why is it depressing?
Have you listened to the song?
Several times.
Where is my mind? Out in the water, in the distance. Something about swimming. He's like
Losing his mind?
He
No,
lost
no,
his
dude.
mind.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
sad about
I
it.
think he
That's
done
awesome.
did drown.
Freaking crazy.
Actually, I
love
have
it.
a very sad memory tied to that of like a bunch of people just like being like, we were having a good time, and then they're like, Linnea, can you play this song? And I played it, and everyone like just the mood died, and everyone like went somewhere else in their mind. Like you looked around, they were all just like staring off, extremely depressed, and I'm like, this is fun. Like, wow, good time, guys.
College, all right.
I love
I
it.
had a buddy back in high school where we'd be like hanging out with our group of friends, and then whenever I forget what album by The Fray came on, he would just go like dead catatonic, like depressed. Like there's one time we were hanging out at my friend Brandon's house, and like we're hanging out, and then that song comes on because he had shuffled his music, and he stops, and he goes and he rewires Brandon's TV in his basement. And we're like, Brad, you okay? He's like, don't talk to me. And he goes and he's like feeding wires through the wall and like pulling them out. And we're like, okay,
Wow.
just let him do his thing.
No,
Man.
that's
Yeah.
intense.
That's awesome, man. The Fray, I guess it gets to you.
Music is
It was
powerful.
like instantaneous. He was like,
One of the things I've been doing recently is listening to "Break On Through to the Other Side" by The Doors on repeat over and over
That's
and
a good
over
song.
again.
You
Yeah.
know wait, does it start the night controls the day or day controls the night? No, the night controls day destroys the night. Try
Yeah.
to run, try to hide, break on through to the other side.
That's good. Yeah. Have you seen the movie? What's that called? Deliver Us from Evil.
Nope.
That song's in there.
Really?
Yeah, and it's like over and over again. Like the demons are singing that to try to get him to like, it's like the demon song to like break on through, let us in. You know.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, it's
you know
super creepy.
that a lot of his songs replay this line where it's like shadows passing. It's like trying to break the child's fragile eggshell mind. It's like,
What the?
but it's like
heck?
in like a bunch of his songs. and
Oh.
it's
why are you
really-
trying to break a child?
Yeah,
Relax.
it's pretty weird. He's a
I
good
wanted to see
man.
if that made a sound effect.
Okay.
Y'all,
Oh yeah, we'll check it later.
wait, you two are in a band, right?
Yeah, we're in a band. It's
We're
called the
yeah,
Saturdays.
we're in the works. Yeah,
We gotta make a song. We made a song. We have
Paul-
a cover to Nirvana.
yeah. Paul and I are gonna fire that off at some place. Tear the roof off.
It's
Wait,
called-
what instruments do you guys play?
We play guitar, both of us.
Both of
Yeah,
you
we both play
guitar.
the guitar.
A
And so we're
little
like
bit,
a
a
guitar
little bit.
duo. And we sing Come As You Are. And we have a couple other songs like Emotional Jesus.
Right, that one's good.
Shut Up, Paul. That's a good one.
Can we get a sample of Shut Up, Paul?
No.
Not Shut Up, Paul. I just don't remember the words.
What about Emotional Jesus?
See, I wasn't there for that one, so I can't.
Oh, really? Oh,
Yeah.
that's right. That's right. I
That's
can
what-
show you a video
you, like,
later.
Cool.
That's
you
cool.
ad-libbed my
Yeah.
verse into it.
I did.
We should
That's a
make
good
this song
song.
right now.
Here's the hook. How's the hook go?
The last 3 weeks.
Okay, I've been trying to live my life the best I can, but the last few weeks were egregious. If suffering makes you a better man, then I guess I'm emotional Jesus.
It's so good.
That's
And he
it,
goes on
that's
to
the
tell a
chorus.
bunch of really sober stories
Really
about each of
sober
our
stories.
relationships with the
Yeah.
lady folk.
Yeah, that's like
Oh,
the
that
theme
sounds
of our band.
intriguing.
The theme of our band, we're the Saturdays. We're for the boys, but we're also really sad
Like
about our lost love.
sad-
Saturdays, yeah.
I
It's a
want to
play
hear
on
the sad
words.
stories of your
Mhm.
tragic love lives.
Pretty cool,
I
actually. They're
I
cool
told one on the
stories.
last podcast we did.
Did you?
You remember the?
I don't remember anything.
No,
from
wait,
that.
no, I didn't.
I don't remember any of the last podcasts.
Because he's losing his mind.
And I'm also drunk on kombucha all the time. I'm joking. No booch today, just soup, just some lentil soup with
Drunk
sausage.
on lentil soup.
You have to eat the other cup.
Oh, did I? I did not know that.
Yeah. And then after
Well,
that
heck.
cup, there's another cup that you have to eat.
Oh my gosh, 3 cups of lentil soup. Thank God I missed dinner.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. I did miss dinner.
They had like
Wow.
those
I was
big
asleep.
sausages again.
I
that
looked.
are
I
really
looked at that and I was like, you know
salty.
what? I think I'd rather sleep right now than go
you
eat
know,
that.
I'm not about those. I just made a sandwich.
You know, today for lunch I had like a
big burger.
nasty burger patty that was cold
Ew.
and some French fries.
Did you wait in the long line or did you just go
Nope.
for the short one?
The short one.
That's
was
a hit,
awful.
that's a hit or miss. area.
It's a miss.
Ow.
It's a miss. There's no hitting with that. Matt, what were you saying about? Oh, Linnea, you
Tragic
wanted to
love
hear our
life.
tragic
Want to
love
hear a
lives.
tragic love life story?
Oh, good lord. I wonder if anyone is listening who is in those stories. I don't know.
Well, it's okay. Just know that you broke his heart.
Oh my gosh. Here, I'll give you some direct
Oh,
quotes.
man.
I wish you didn't like me.
No,
Yeah, that's
that's
one.
That's-
I remember that one.
I think it's best if we don't communicate anymore. Yeah, that was a good
Then
one.
I'm going to throw one in for Tim. That came to Tim.
Tim
is my
the
wonderful
Philotop.
roommate.
Do you,
I love the
wait,
guy.
are you sure that he wants this on
He
the
says
air?
it.
he loves it.
He says
It's
it all
cool.
the time.
He's
Okay.
fine with it.
So
Hi, Tim. We
somebody,
love you.
somebody threw him the.
Buddy.
I find nothing about you appealing.
Oh,
or when I
That's
first met you, I
excellent.
found nothing about you appealing, and he went, "Thanks."
Oh,
That's
wow.
awesome.
I would have slapped that girl. Just kidding. I wouldn't have. That would be
That's
mean.
awful, Matt.
Tim,
I
you are
would've-
very appealing. Don't listen to her.
Tim's super cute, but like no.
He's Russian, dude.
So
Did
he's
you
Russian,
say?
too.
What'd you say?
Said he's Russian.
Russian is so cool. I
Yeah.
wish I was a little Russian.
I make fun of him. One time we were at what was it? What's that place called?
Russia.
With the hot dogs and the
Russia.
Portillo's.
Yes.
Yeah, we were in
Portillo's.
Portillo's, and I said, okay, and since we're in the theme of swearing this episode, I said to Tim, I stood up and I'm like, oh, we were all in suits. It was ties and fries, so we were all like dressed up, and we went to Portillo's and got French fries.
Is this a bro?
It was a
floor?
bro event.
It was
a
a
bro
Grayson,
event.
right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so we were sitting at opposite ends of this big table with all the bros on either side. And I stood up and I said, "My president could kick your president's ass." And Tim was like, "No, he couldn't. Putin could destroy Trump." And I'm like, "No, Trump could destroy Putin." And we just had a big old argument in Portillo's about it.
Wow, in suits.
Yeah.
Was it an enjoyable experience to go to Portillo's in a suit?
No, it was actually terrible. I don't know why I went.
That sounds pretty rough.
Yeah. But it's cool, like, messing with Tim.
Yeah.
So that kind of made up for it.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Matt, you participate in bro sis events, and I respect you. That's awesome. You go, dog. You're compensating for Paul's and I's slack.
Loser.
But for real, bros and sisses, I love you guys.
Bros
Y'all
and
are
sisters.
wonderful people. But
Yep.
let's keep hearing
Alright.
Paul's sad stuff.
Sorry, I had to burp from the lentil.
Too many lentil.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. What are some cool sad stories? I stopped telling a lot of the sad stories just because I think it's not good for me to keep repeating them. But they're so
Okay,
funny. They're
let's
so
not
funny
do it
though.
then. Does it make you sad?
Sometimes, but sometimes I think they're actually like legitimately funny.
Ooh.
Why are you sorry?
Yeah, I can't
I
think
made
of
a
a
noise.
funny one right now though. What's
I
what
wonder
is
if I
this?
can think of a funny.
Yeah, you got any? You got some funny ones.
Do I?
I don't
Yeah.
think funny is an applicable word.
Wait, how would
Like-
either of you have opinions on my
Well,
tragic
no, I
love
was sorry.
story?
I was thinking more from my point of view.
No, I think like you shutting down guys. That's pretty
Oh,
funny.
those
Yeah,
Like
those
some
are
guy
stories?
who's using the Tennessee pickup line, and you going, "Not today, dog.
Not today,
Out of my
man.
house."
Oh, so I've already done my share.
Okay.
That's
Heck.
fair.
Wow.
Oh, the fun thing happened in my life where like your best friend ends up being in love with you every single time.
Oh.
That's fun. I gotta love that one.
That's funny.
And then, everything gets ruined because no one knows how to be friends after that's confessed.
Right.
I mean, I can be your bro after you say that,
Yeah.
you know, like let's go. But then
Let's go.
then they're just like, how do I function around you?
Yeah.
It's weird.
If they actually said that.
And they did the robot too, like I did.
How do I
Malfunctioning. Man.
What jerks. Hate
but
those guys.
No,
Hate them.
no,
I hate 'em.
they're wonderful. It's just like, wow, 4 years. And
Aw.
I didn't know. But no, that friendship continued. Shout out to Zach Harvey. You're my
Woo,
bro
woo.
still, bro.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep, cool.
That's so cool.
So cool.
Oh my god.
Paul, why do you look like you're in pain right now?
I'm not. I'm smiling.
You look very much in pain.
I'm not. This is my smile. What are you talking about? I'm a happy person, and life is good, man. I had a long conversation with my RA today, and I had a long conversation with. I wish I could say another person, but I can't. There's nobody else. No.
With yourself, remember the muttering.
Yeah, with myself, the muttering.
With
good.
Paul.
With
Paul
Paul.
2.0.
He's a jerk. He's always putting me down.
Paul the ethereal version.
You're so freaking stupid, Paul.
Paul, I don't want to communicate with you anymore.
You're always right.
I hate that you like me.
Whoa. I
Man.
just imagined a world in which like
Whoa.
Paul, you lost your mind though,
Yeah.
but like the part of you that like you were communicating with like kind of abandoned you,
Yeah.
you know, and like what would be left? Just like, hi,
Just some
Yeah.
pecs. Sorry.
just.
Just my pecs. Is that what she said?
And he would lose complete control by then, so they.
Yeah.
that'd
It'd
be
be
bad.
going crazy.
He's like spazzing all
Is he
the
okay?
completely lost his mind.
Everybody get out. He's gonna blow.
I can help you. That's so cool.
I'm gonna cry.
Wow.
Wow.
Mm.
I have some like
Okay.
awkward laughter funny ones. Like
Are we talking about love stories?
yeah.
Yeah, let me hear that.
Touche.
I
Well-
like that.
Love story is a strong narrative, but
Like stories.
What the heck is he doing here?
Tim.
Tim,
Come
let
on
him
in,
in.
big
This
guy.
is my lovely
Somebody
roommate,
let him in.
everybody.
What the heck are you doing here?
What a man.
What the heck is he doing here?
There you go.
What's up, buddy?
Hey.
Hey, take a seat. Put on a headset.
Tim.
Grab mic number 3.
Strap in,
We've been
man.
talking about you. Yeah, for real. Put that on. Because, dude, we've been talking about
Yeah,
you, and
dude.
our viewers need to
Right
hear
now.
who you
We're-
are.
Right now we're going through
Oh, you
the
took my foot chair. No, don't be
we're going through our painful what I just lost my train of thought.
Hold on, let me turn on Tim.
Talking about tragic love.
Timmy, you gotta get close to the mic, all right? The mic is Molly. That's what we say on the show.
The mic is Molly.
The mic is Molly.
Like
Good job,
Noah's
man.
girlfriend.
Like it's Noah's girlfriend. So Noah had a big problem of not being up to the mic, and so nobody could hear him on our first podcast. And so we have this thing now where we say, Noah, the mic is Molly. You gotta get close.
Oh, that's
And so
cute.
the mic is now called Molly. And so Timmy, you're on the air. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing very well, Paul Savage. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's
a real
good.
blessing.
You also
Yep.
have to thank me because I have leadership and authority in this.
Oh, thank you,
Yeah.
Linnea. You are actually one of my favorite people.
Oh, I
Just
love
know
you,
that.
Tim.
I
You're
love
great.
you too.
Aw, that's so sweet. She hesitated to say that she loved us earlier, but that's cool.
I love both of you guys.
Thanks.
Malfunction. Friendship ruined.
Mm. Timbo, so we've talked about you quite a bit. I talked about our little ordeal in Portillo's when I told you that Trump could kick Putin's ass.
Well, that's a very interesting claim you have there.
Yeah.
We're not gonna dwell on it though.
We're not going to dwell on it, but I would just like to say that Putin is very trained in mixed martial arts.
He's not a
and-
Yeah, but
trained,
how's
he's a
Russia's
person.
economy, Tim?
Oh.
Not great. That's
yeah,
what
but
I
we're
thought.
talking about a physical fight here, Paul.
Okay.
I don't know about you, but I like how his name sounds like poopin'. You know?
That's an excellent political commentary.
Thank you.
I'm so thankful for that. What's up,
Do you want
Vlad
some
Poopin?
Got him. He just resigns immediately. He's like, crap.
Guys, my parents literally want me to be a diplomat.
That's so cool. Why?
I don't know.
I love manipulating people, so that just like
That's
resonates with me.
And I love having a lot of authority so I can do what I want.
Yeah, and money.
That's why I'm the president of the student council.
Yeah.
I'm kidding, guys. It's because I love the student body so much.
My roommate's the goat.
He's sliding you candy, Kit Kats,
Eat the
and
soup.
Reese's.
Oh
Eat
no,
the
thank
soup.
you.
Come on, it's chicken
it
lentil
wasn't
sausage.
a request.
It-
It
not
was
chicken.
a command.
It'll ruin his Reese's cups.
Nice.
Did you know Reese's peanut butter cups have more potassium than banana? A banana.
You're kidding.
And you don't have to wait for them to get ripe either. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'd say
That's nuts.
stupid things
I know.
often.
Dude, no,
Or
man.
you could say
don't
it's
put yourself
bananas.
down, dude.
I'm just
Oh, did you hear my pun? You said, "Oh, that's nuts," and I said, "Or it's bananas."
That's good. It's funny because Reese's peanut butter cups do have nuts in them too, so it's like
Really?
both.
That
oh, yeah,
is-
peanut
Yeah, it's both nuts
butter.
and bananas.
Absolutely
nuts and bananas.
hysterical.
Wow.
Good God.
Wow.
My favorite Star Wars character is actually Emperor Palpatine because I love the way he manipulates people.
Right.
Do you know who mine is?
Who?
Jar Jar Binks.
No.
Oh, Lynette.
That's
I just have to
awesome.
say
What?
it because everyone hates him.
Everybody
Yeah.
hates him.
So I have to. Somebody's got to stand up for him.
Why do you like him?
Why?
He reminds me of our depravity.
Okay.
You know, we make mistakes every now and then, but we're
Yeah, but-
still alive.
We can't forgive this.
He's living.
The thing is, Jar Jar Binks' mistakes don't deserve to be forgiven, though.
What? Okay.
Now, to be completely honest, I've actually never seen all the Star Wars movies.
Still?
Still have not seen
Yeah.
them.
We should have a marathon.
Yeah, we should.
Let's
We
watch
should.
live
I-
on the podcast.
Live on the podcast. That'll be our
Get
event.
sued.
We could have a commentary.
Yeah.
That'd be so funny,
Commentary.
actually.
That'd be sick. I love that.
We could have like a YouTube video where it's like, Tears and Testosterone react to Star Wars, like all this stupid reaction. Never mind.
No, that's
a
cool, man.
great
I love
idea.
clickbait. Matthew, quit
can
putting
all get
yourself
dressed up.
down.
We can all get dressed up too.
Yeah.
Or hear me
Wow.
out. We could not do
Go-
that.
Finally, I have an excuse to put on my dark robes again.
I have a Padme
Wait, you had those on
costume,
earlier
I feel
today,
like.
didn't you?
Huh?
You had those on earlier today.
Yeah, I
right?
did. I had those on in my room.
Last year, I saw people out in the little plaza
No way.
with their lightsabers, and
Oh yeah.
They
and I
do
was like,
that.
oh my gosh.
No,
like,
I
this
actually
is my
took a pretty cool
opportunity.
picture of them.
I'm in the middle of a story. Oh, yeah, I was there when you,
You took a
it.
picture?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
That was the night, and in that night, I ran over. I was like, this is my opportunity, and I ran to them, and I did this cool karate kick, and I flew in the air for a second, and then I stole their lightsaber, and I defeated them
No.
all.
What?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
it was pretty cool. I felt very
You know, I
empowered.
bet they'd never seen a girl before. But
It's a
you just
very
surprised
special-
him
yeah.
so
Like,
much, you
what?
know?
And then
What is this?
That's probably why I was able to defeat them, because they were
Yeah,
like,
distracted.
yeah,
What
Good
is
work.
girl?
Mhm.
Question mark.
Interesting.
pretty cool.
Let me see that pic, dude.
It's loading because the Wi-Fi here is
That's
kind of
stupid.
yeah. Tell me
Wow.
about it.
Okay. Let's-
So
So, do you guys think the premise of socialism, based off of, there.
Yeah. Oh, continue your question.
Okay, you know the whole modus ponens, I think is how you say it, logical argumentation.
I don't know what any of those words mean.
Yeah. Yep. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
Okay.
Um,
What's that?
you know.
going.
You know, logical argumentation,
Tim, we can have
Sure.
our own conversation.
and then modus ponens. You know the form of arguing with logic.
Okay.
Pollen comes
Okay.
from
Sure. I'm
flowers.
following.
So it says like, P if P then Q.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah,
I know
and
this.
then like therefore.
Of course.
So the premise of socialism
Mm-hmm.
for the argument of its existence, what I was thinking today was, what if the reason why it isn't possible is just because the premise is unsound?
Yeah.
And so then the argument, no matter what way we go about trying to manifest it or implement it, it will always be invalid
Mm.
because the premise of the argument is
Linnea,
unsound.
you're spot on. That's exactly right. It's the premises of socialism are all economic fallacies. I mean, you've got zero-sum fallacies. You've got fallacies about the nature of poverty itself. Fallacies about the nature of inequalities. Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
So the most basic form of argumentation and logic proves that socialism is not possible.
Guys, there's too many words.
And
flying
as
around.
Bernie Sanders is running in the 2020 election, I'd like for you guys to keep that in mind. That is
Drop the
all.
elbow on the old burn. Let's do it. Feel that one, Bernie.
I know all
Yeah,
you
if
college
you're
students
listening.
are listening to him, but just use
For
your
God's
brain.
sake.
But Linnea, he was gonna give me free college.
On the backs of the minorities paying for it. Excellent work. Good job. Timmy, dude, I love your beautiful blue eyes. I wish the viewers could see it, but they can't.
You know,
You have very
maybe
nice
maybe
eyes.
one day we'll have a live show.
Yeah.
And I can come back on.
That'd be so cool
Yeah.
with the TV and everything, so we can. Well, I think they're working on it.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, a camera. That'd be sweet. It'd
Yeah,
be just like the
We
Joe
just
Rogan
got word from our
podcast.
producer. He said, "Let's do it."
Yeah. All right. Thanks, producer.
Beautiful.
Yeah. See those things right there? Those are like light things, and
That's
the
our
only
producer.
reason. Hey, Jimmy. Thanks for producing. Jimmy's a quiet one.
Oh,
No, dude, but those, you see, you need light because of visual things. And so it makes no sense to have light things in a room where it's just audio. Therefore, we ought to have a camera coming soon.
You hear that, folks? He just used Modus Pollen's logical argumentation.
Our
Machu
viewers are
Picchu.
learning so much today.
Boom. I don't know if I'm saying that word right, but boom.
Oh, say. That's
Okay.
good. That's
You
good, man.
See?
We are so bad. Who would win in a fight between Stuart Little and Ratatouille?
Ratatouille, dude.
Ratatouille,
Ratatouille
no
would run up on him.
question Ratatouille would win.
I know, but Stuart Little does have the car, so
No,
you
but
can
he's
just
got
run
like
over him.
all sorts of spices. Like Ratatouille's gonna whip out like that paprika and like blow it in his eyes, and then he's done. He's out of here.
Dude, Stuart Little doesn't have the goal to engage Ratatouille 1v1. I don't think.
He
I don't think
can't
it would ever
hang,
happen.
like in the simplest terms.
Are you guys scared of rodents?
Not really. Are you?
Kind of.
I love rodents.
Nice. Like which kinds of rodents do you love?
Rats. I love rats.
Rats.
I
Wow.
had my own pet rat.
Rat patootie.
That's so. What was that like having a pet rat?
It was so magical.
Oh yeah.
His name was Scabbers from Harry Potter.
Harry what?
Another series I did not see.
Are
I
you
didn't either.
kidding me?
No,
didn't see
I-
I'm
that either.
very
I
passionate
didn't
about Harry
read.
Potter.
I read the 6th book because we had this thing called like Lexile competitions
Gosh.
in elementary school, and like each book was
Yeah.
worth X amount of points, and I'm like, I'm gonna win this thing, and
That's
I read
right.
Harry Potter 6 in like 2 nights, and I still
Nice.
lost to Andrew Hansen.
Everyone
Freaking
says
Andrew
you don't have to
Hansen.
choose over, oh,
I'm not
I'm a Harry
bitter.
Potter fan or a Star Wars fan,
I'm neither.
but I
actually.
make myself choose Harry Potter is better, and you need to watch it.
Good.
Okay,
God.
why?
Why is Harry
Yeah,
Potter
if you're
better?
gonna make a claim
That's
that Harry
big.
Potter is
Yeah,
better than
this is-
Star
That's a
Wars,
big
It's
claim.
all
Those are fighting
subjective.
words.
It's all
That's fair.
subjective
I didn't
based off
know,
of my
man.
own emotional experience, roller coaster ride with Harry
Okay.
Potter, and the way it's just magical.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay?
Well, they
I
do
really
they
Feels
do
like the
magic.
point of the
Appreciate-
book. so,
Appreciate
yeah.
the way that you answered that question.
Yeah.
You said it was subjective. You're like, to me, instead of being like, well, actually.
Yeah, I have no actual facts. It's just
Excellent.
I love it.
Okay. Wow.
I respect that.
That's a great
Thank
conversation
you.
that we've
Yeah.
all had. We are all better people because of that
Well.
interaction. Still pretty bad,
yeah.
but
I
better.
Still
suck.
Total
Just
depravity.
What were you saying? Oh, I have a rat story.
A rat story.
I went into this. Okay, so I was at this this barbershop once. My boy was getting a haircut, and I said, "Dude, I'm getting bored of this. I need to get out of here. I need to go pet an animal." And so I left. And I was like, "There's a pet store right nearby. I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna pet an animal." And he's like, "Dude, there's no more animals at that pet store. They just sell like food, and so they don't have any animals." I said, "I'm gonna find an animal." And so I went into the pet store and I said, "Hey, you guys, I need to pet an animal. Let me see what you've got." And
Whipped out a rat.
she said, "There's a girl at the table." She's like, "Okay, come on back." And I was like, "All right." And so she took me into the back of the store and she showed me her pet rat. Except her thing with her pet rat was like this rat had a massive tumor. It was like the size of a third of its body was just tumor.
Where was it?
It was like on its arm.
Oh, okay.
It was nuts. Why?
Because I don't. Am I allowed to? I don't know if I'm allowed to say this.
What?
Say what? Ooh, voice crack.
This
wow.
is all based off
Puberty,
of the
ladies and
biology of
gentlemen.
animals,
Uh-huh.
of course. But male rats have huge balls that hang from their butt, and they like drag on the ground.
What the heck?
Like absurdly huge. And so I was thinking, Paul, that's not a tumor. But that sounds like
A
it's-
third of that animal is testicle.
The
Oh
third
my
of that
God.
man is blessed.
That's awesome. That's funny. Nah, I'm pretty sure that was a tumor.
Unless he had like a third one hanging out there somewhere.
Yeah, up in his shoulder, but
Dude,
weird place.
why are you
man. It's the way
Uh,
God made me, man.
There was a time though when I was very disappointed in my pet rat, because he tried to eat its child.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was just sad.
You know, animals don't have what we'd call morality, so it's like difficult.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
difference between us, I suppose.
I have a question for you guys. So I've seen in my personal experience that Americans are very attached to their animals.
Yeah.
In other cultures, like my own, we're not very attached to our pets.
Right.
That's
Yeah, go ahead.
is
The
is
mic
that
is Molly?
true?
The mic-
Is that an absolute truth?
The mic is Molly.
Is that an absolute truth?
Thank you.
I'm saying from my personal experience.
Okay.
No, I think it's true, man.
Yeah,
All
because-
the cultures that I've been to that are outside of America don't give a heck about animals.
Yeah.
Which is
So why
really
do you
sad.
think
Oh, okay.
Americans
Yeah.
have such an attachment to their pets? Because there are people that believe their pets are better than humans.
I think Western civilization has a much more narrowed ethos of empathy, and I think that's sort of what fuels into our desire to care for human beings and also for animals.
I just had a thought.
Yeah.
Also, other cultures, like the Asian culture, is much more focused on others than themselves. And so, like, they care more about their families, and a lot of, like, they'll do a lot of sacrificial things, self-sacrificial things for their families. So what if it also just plays into our kind of selfishness of, like, wanting love in any capacity, and the pure devotion that you receive from a pet animal is, like, so like more meaningful for us, and like something we would want to invest more time in, opposed to another culture where it's more focused on other people and giving love to them rather than us receiving love.
Interesting.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does make sense. Yeah. I think that definitely could play a part. But usually, from what I've seen, it seems like people care about their animals in a way that's like not just this animal's giving me something, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the other?
It's just sort of, I guess it's more of like an empathy thing. Like, I really care about this animal. This animal has feelings. This animal is,
Yeah, that's true.
yeah.
That's
You feel
true.
me?
Yeah.
I feel like
Right.
the average, civilian of the Western civilization has so little to worry about that we put our care and intention into an animal because
That's true.
it makes us feel better.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
big
that's
part.
true.
Instead of like
People aren't struggling to
yeah,
survive.
we don't have to
Yeah.
like search
Yeah.
for like food or like worry
Right.
about where we're gonna sleep or anything. We're just like, hey, I'm gonna buy my dog a bed
Yeah.
Yeah.
and some meaty bones, and it's gonna be chill.
Guys,
Yeah.
I'm like so emotional with animals. It's kind of like
Have you seen
destructive.
that puppy?
Ooh.
That puppy beagle?
No.
Yeah,
like
that's around campus.
This big. It
Oh,
is
you've
the-
gotta see
literally
it.
the
Oh,
most,
that sounds
the
so
cutest thing
see
that has ever existed.
I'm not attached to animals, and I still think it's adorable.
It's-
like it is one of the
Really?
cutest things I've ever seen.
I saw it and I made it sound like a small 6-year-old girl. I was like,
Really? Okay, is this insane? So rainy days are hard for me because I know that all the worms are gonna come out, and I
that
know.
sounds like a weather reporter name.
Wait.
Watch
And I
out for the
do
worms
rainy
today,
days.
everybody. There's gonna be some rain.
It's me, I literally will like watch my feet so intentionally so I don't step on a worm, and like if I step on a worm, like a part of me dies and I'll cry.
Jeez.
Is
I mean,
that?
technically part of the worm dies.
Oh,
But
don't.
But if you
Gosh.
step on part of a worm, doesn't just like
Yeah,
regrow?
7
yeah,
parts.
those suckers turn into 2 worms
Yeah,
now.
they have-
So
They have 7 parts,
Mitosis.
right?
Mitosis.
That's cool.
earthworms are like, hey, y'all mind if I split?
That's great, Matt.
All right, bro. All right, bro. I'm about to head out.
Wait, guys, why haven't we analyzed that more and then like found out a way to?
Make us do that?
Yeah,
That's nuts.
wouldn't that be crazy?
Yeah.
All right, all right,
You guys
bro. I'm
want to
about
see
to head
something
out.
nuts?
Just
Paul 2.0. I
So
don't want
if
to play
you, like-
ping pong alone.
So if you like chopped your hand off, does that mean like the other half of your hand offs and a head would start growing out of the hand?
No,
I don't
just
think
your
that's how it
hand.
works with worms, though.
That'd be
See,
insane.
Yeah, it
worms
would
don't
be.
have hands, so
Yeah.
therein
that's
lies the
right, that's
problem.
Very
true,
less
that's true.
complex.
Wow.
That'd be so cool though. Just like
Yeah.
If worms had hands,
no, if there was like just a hand with a head on it.
Why the
That's
heck
like-
does a worm need 7 hearts? What's he doing with all those?
he's so selfish.
Well, you just eat dirt all day. Why do you
Cats
need
have
7?
9 lives.
Good
Why do we
Lord.
only have one heart?
And one life.
What the heck, man?
What's
Cats
that
and
one
worms,
song
man.
all about? One life. It's one life.
That's like
Give the
least,
best you
the
got.
the least amount of description.
Is that like Hannah Montana? Or?
No.
What? Whoa. Oh wait, I just did the big time rush.
Yeah,
thing,
you
not even
did.
Thinking about it.
That's good.
Does anyone know the
I
Hannah
know.
Montana theme song?
Nope, sorry.
No?
Sorry.
No.
Don't know it.
Oh, that reminds me. Make sure that you come to Joe's live.
What's going on in Joe's life?
April.
Matthew.
I dropped out.
Oh well, I took your spot, buddy.
Did you? Yeah.
Yeah. Me and Katie, we have a little surprise for all the fans.
So cool.
People would much rather hear Katie sing than me. Katie,
Matt-
okay, honestly, Katie's
You-
voice is ridiculous.
Yes, it is.
She is so talented.
So talented.
Really?
Yeah,
She's very talented.
She's
Were you not on
incredible.
Chapel on Tuesday?
No, it wasn't chapel, but it wasn't like a song where you could like show
No,
off
yeah,
your skills,
like-
you know.
The
Sort of like-
first open hall that I went to, and we played music in you're in Katie's room.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap, she
Yeah,
has a great
she's
voice. That was
blessed.
one of my favorite memories of my first semester. That
Aw.
was fun.
I'm honored it was in my room. That was fun.
And then I kept bringing my guitar over, and you guys were never there after that. I was like, okay.
Sorry, my bad.
How dare
Bring
you.
your guitar over anytime on a Sunday when it is allowed.
I felt
but-
like kind of a douche when I did it the last time. I was
Really?
like, hey guys,
Oh my gosh.
play some worship music for you.
Oh, that
Here's
guy.
Wonderwall.
That's
Did I get
awesome.
nail polish on my face?
I love that.
No, you do not have nail
What?
polish on your face.
What
Dude.
time are we at right now? Like podcast wise.
An hour.
Okay.
Holy
I
poo
don't have
poos.
much left. Right. Which makes me sad.
Oh wait, Matt, but when you said I'm not a good singer, if you put yourself down one more time,
I'm gonna hit you.
You guys, I'm not gonna lie. I have a video of Matt singing a song that he wrote,
Oh
and
God.
I was shocked by how good his voice is.
It's fantastic. I am honored to make a duo album with you, Matt, on especially our cover of Nirvana. I'm so looking
Tim,
forward
your
to
reaction to that was, I think, my favorite reaction I got. You went, "Wow, that wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be." And I was like, "Aw."
I was a
hear you
little
sing.
shocked because I was sitting there like, I know you can play the guitar, but I've never heard you sing. So hearing you sing, and then a
See-
song that you wrote, I was
I haven't
shook.
sung in a while. Sung?
son.
Doesn't matter.
Sun.
I
Sang?
haven't sung in a sane. I haven't sung in a while. It's sun.
Sun?
Sung. I can't,
Sung.
Oh yes. I can't say my G's very well.
That's okay. I forgive you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Dang, I wish.
I want to hear you sing, man.
Come
No.
on.
Not right now, of course.
Hello, my baby. Hello, my,
That's awesome.
hello, my
man.
ragtime gal.
Do you guys all want to sing together?
Not really.
Really?
I was told in 5th grade that I am musically incapable.
That's what my mom told me too.
No, the
My mom
band teacher told
I
me
was
that,
incapable
and
in
so
general.
I don't do music.
That's awesome.
Well, do you know what I have to
Tim,
say
you play
to
a
that?
mean G chord though.
You play guitar too?
No,
The
no.
G chord.
He picks it up and he's like, and then he goes, ding, ding. It's great. I love it.
Everyone plays the guitar.
I like to
it's
pretend.
awesome.
Everybody plays at Moody. It's crazy. And then you go
Yeah.
into like secular world and nobody plays. It's
Yeah.
weird, isn't it? Isn't that weird?
It's because
what
we
a
all
bunch of
have more
losers.
time.
Yeah, that's true. Not getting drunk all the time. You can reinvest yourself into better things, I suppose. Yeah,
I suppose.
that's cool. Dang, I wish I was Batman. That's like a deep desire. in
You
me,
know,
to
I
be
like my
filthy rich and
parents.
fight
Yeah,
bad
because the thing
guys,
is that
you know?
there's actually potential that you could be
TBH.
Batman.
Yeah,
if-
because he's just a man, you know.
Yeah.
Who's also like
Get loads of money.
Yeah, and a couple things have got to happen first. Got to get
I-
really rich. Parents have got to,
Dang.
and then got to
You gotta do what you
fall,
gotta do.
fall
I
into a
suppose.
cave, and then have a bunch of bats be like, ah.
You gotta be traumatized. I gotta have some kind of bat-related trauma.
What if it was a different kind of trauma,
Okay.
like a car? Like, I'm car man. You wear like a steering wheel. Oh goodness.
Oh man. That's cool, man. I like that.
That's pretty sweet. Um.
Okay. Well, we're approaching that time. We're at an hour and 5 minutes, so guess I'll-
Kumbaya.
edit out those cuss words.
No, just bleep them, dude. It'd be really funny.
That would be really funny. Wow. I actually don't know how to do that, so I'll probably just leave
Just
them
like
in.
record another short clip of yourself going bleep.
That's good, actually.
That'd be
Okay, we'll do
awesome.
that. Okay. Awesome.
You're actually gonna edit it?
I might.
Wow.
Why not?
Cool.
Time for closing statements.
Yes, closing statements.
Or-
Timmy, wait,
No, yeah, you.
do I have
Tim.
closing statements?
Everybody does. Tim starts.
What's your closing statement, buddy?
What are these closing statements we're talking about?
Excellent job,
any-
buddy. Good job. Matt, what's your closing statement?
Just any like thought that you have, just to let the people off with.
And now Paul.
I just want to do something that's more fulfilling with my life. Like I just want something that just makes me wake up in the morning and think, you know what? I'm good with this. This is it.
Buy a timeshare in Idaho.
You should start muttering to yourself more.
Okay.
More Greek
No.
Orthodox chants.
Oh my gosh. And Satan took him to the top of the pinnacle of the temple and he said, I can give you all the kingdoms of the world. Oh God, help me.
I just started visioning you meditating about Batman
I just-
too,
Yeah.
like slowly becoming him.
Yeah,
I
I'm
imagine
gonna go
David
into
walking into the room and then slowly shutting the door.
Yeah, we'll see.
Let's make like the AAF and peace out.
What's that mean?
So they started this professional football league earlier this year. It's called the Alliance of American Football, and it was like hyped up to be this developmental league for the NFL, and it folded after 8 weeks.
That's incredible.
It's now no longer a thing. So
That's
Do
beautiful.
you guys care about professional sports? Tim, I know your answer is yes.
Matt likes them.
Yes.
oh yeah,
Yes, Matt.
I do.
Paul, do you
I
care?
hate them. I think they're a waste of time.
Amen.
I hate high fives.
Okay.
I think
I
they're a waste of
abhor
time.
them. I think they're for 5-year-olds
You are.
and baseball players.
That's why
Wow,
it's the
look
number
at
5.
you.
Yeah.
You don't abide by any notions of decorum.
Nope. I hate pleasantries. I
Time,
hate.
sports, and high fives.
Yeah, I hate
Nonconformists.
that's right. I'm an individual.
Go Bears.
Woo.
The doink clubs.
That's cool. You know that sports are just like they're just imitation warfare. That's all it is. We don't have any wars now, and so men need a
Exactly.
new outlet, and so they've made sports. It's just simulated war.
Better that than murder.
It is better than murder, I guess.
And it's
I
a
also
way to
think-
be controlled on the definition of entertainment, to take our time even more. For our own time to be controlled.
I think it goes back to what I was saying earlier about us having so little to worry about that we have to invest our time and energy somewhere, and so we revert back to our
That lentil soup is.
it's getting to me.
Wow.
It's reverting back to our previous ancestors who like had to fight and battle for stuff, and we're like, yeah, let's watch that on TV.
No,
So,
that is pretty
I
cool.
definitely
I like
see
UFC, actually.
See the bad parts of it, but
Yeah.
I'm too far in. now.
Maybe-
Go Bears.
It might be resentment. Maybe that's why. Because I like
That's
like fighting sports. I like UFC a lot, but I don't like follow it obsessively. I'll watch some fights just 'cause I like watching people beat on each other, but I don't follow any teams or anything like that. You know,
Yeah, but you can't follow teams in UFC. I mean, you follow.
but I don't follow any
Specific
teams
athletes.
like in any sports. You know,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you don't follow McGregor's 1 a week retirement?
I somewhat follow McGregor. I follow him on Instagram, so I get like some updates there. Yep.
Paul, I just had an idea for the rest of your life.
Okay,
You should become
Sportscaster.
a UFC fighter.
I would love that.
Get all the monies.
Yes.
and then become Batman.
Yeah.
You know, I thought about that,
Okay.
but the thing is that really mess up my head, and I also don't want to be dumb.
And you're
And there's a lot of dumb guys out there who hit each other.
But you also want
know?
to lose your mind.
Right, but it's like a different kind. It's sort of like
Where
Friedrich
is my
Nietzsche
mind?
losing his mind, you know? Like like it's out of learning so much that you just can't handle reality anymore. So you're staring into the void and you're like, oh, shoot, I can't handle this.
all
That's-
right, ladies
that's
and
what-
gentlemen. That's gonna do it for today.
Bye bye.
Thanks for joining us, guys. It's been a pleasure to have you. I hope this was insightful and good.
For
And
those of you who kept your radios on.
yeah, I love you.